The time is 2 AM and it looks like I probably should have done reduce my background further because I'm going a bit low, so I'm going to have to dig into the old Jaggery again. Aye, aye, aye. The time is now 3:15. Annoyingly, I can't get back to sleep. But on the bright side, at least I know that blood sugar's gone back up to normal, so that's okay. The time is now 20 to 4, and I can't get back to sleep. But at least I know that my blood sugar's okay, so I guess that's one positive to take from it. Morning, it's now the start of day 4. Once again I had to eat some cane sugar during the night, but I woke up at 2 o'clock to my alarm and I was 3.8, so I had about 2 or 3 dextrose worth, not too much. And then when I woke up well, the time is now 20 to 8, I was 4.2 when I initially scanned, and I'm now 3.5 according to my scan, so I'm going to do a proper blood test just to see what I actually am. If I'm hovering just under what I should be, then I might wait a moment, like 15 minutes or something, just to see if the dawn phenomenon kicks in and pushes me up enough. If not, I'm going to have to eat some more cane sugar, and that will mean, well, I'm already having cane sugar every day, so I've not actually technically fasted the entire day, but hopefully the amount is so minimal that I'll still get at least some of the benefits of fasting. So yeah, so I'm going to do that blood test now and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But yeah, basal dose wise, I gave myself 4 last night, thinking that might be, well, lowered enough, but then I forgot that I'd eaten sugar the night before as well. So I'm considering either 1 unit, half a unit, or no units. Now I know it's a good idea to keep insulin on board at all times, so I'm thinking probably half a unit, and then just see what happens there. If I still go low, then tomorrow's basal dose, then I'll just do nothing, and yeah, see what happens. So yeah, I'll see you in a moment when I do that blood test. So this is a blood test at 5 to 8 in the morning, and this is what my Libre says. So I don't think I said in the previous video, but I scanned it as soon as I woke up and it said 4.2. I scanned about literally a minute later and it said 3.5. And now this is about another minute or 2 minutes later and it's 4.1. So it seems to be going up slightly. So I think I won't have to have any sugar, which is good. And as I say, I'll be reducing my basal dose quite a lot tonight to try and not have to eat sugar for once. So yeah, I'll see you in the next update. Right, here's my ketone reading. 1.9. Fair enough. I thought it might have dropped a bit more than that because it was only about 6 hours ago that I ate the sugar. Probably should have done this at the same time as the blood test, but I wasn't thinking because I'd just woken up. And as a result, I've now got 2 puncture wounds in my fingers. Bloody hell. Right, here's my weight on day 4. It's 10 stone and 2 3/4 pounds. The time is 10 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, the dawn phenomenon has kicked in once again. And just like yesterday, I didn't bother injecting any bolus just because I didn't need it yesterday. So I have a feeling that I probably won't today either. If it continues to rise as it did yesterday, I might have to inject half a unit every now and then. But yeah, I'm just going to go with the flow and see what happens. So I shall see you in the next one. Right, here's my blood pressure. I've done it at 10 o'clock, just as I did yesterday. And this time I tried not to listen to any pumping music, although I did not too long ago. So whether that had an effect, I'm not too sure. My systolic seems to keep going up. It's 136 now. I think it was 120 odd yesterday. I have no idea what that means, but I feel fine. So I think the diastolic, or whatever it's called, I'm not sure what the second one stands for, has also gone up slightly as well. But as I say, I feel fine. So yeah, just keep seeing how it goes. Bit of a midday update. Feeling good. Blood sugar's good. Within the blue range, 6.7 at the moment. And just thought I'd update because I've got this kind of like tingling feeling in my little finger and my third finger, ring finger. And I've had it for a little bit. It's only a very slight tingly feeling, but something of note anyway. And I think I had a tingling feeling this morning in my face when I woke up, although it could have been from low blood sugar, so I'm not sure whether that's to do with the fasting or the sugar. I've also had some slight feeling of like borderline cramps in my legs. I don't know whether that's because I did some runs for the first couple of days of fasting, or whether I'm not having enough electrolytes or what's going on. I think, from my understanding, cramps come from not enough electrolytes or some sort of electrolyte imbalance, but I'm not entirely sure as to what. So I'm just going to continue putting some of those drops in because they contain potassium, magnesium, etc. And occasionally putting some Himalayan pink salt in. And yeah, just see how it goes. I'm not actually cramped up yet. It's just a slight feeling like it might do. It's just like on the edge, on the verge. But yeah, that's it for my midday update. So I shall see you in the next one. Right, the time is now 12:30, and as you can tell from the attire, I'm going to go for a bit of a walk. My blood sugar is 6.7, so I thought, why not go for a bit of a walk, try and tame it down a little bit, and also because I fancy a bit of exercise, a bit of fresh air, sounds good. So yeah, I shall see you in the next update. So the time is now 1:45, and I've been on a walk for an hour and 10 minutes. Can't believe it's been that long. Despite that, my blood sugar is still creeping up, so I think an injection of half a unit of Nova Rapid is in order. So I shall do that, and then I shall see you in the next one. Right, it's ketone time. 3.5, hey, not bad. So that's into the nutritional range, which is pretty good. The time is not 2:30 as that says, it's actually 2:45. Not too much of a difference, to be fair. But yeah, keto's looking good. I have rather a large problem. I just got out of the shower, and when I was drying myself, I accidentally clipped the sensor in my arm, and it's pulled it out. I've tried to tape it down because I wasn't sure if it'd come out fully, but after a couple of readings, which didn't line up with the blood testing meter, it's now come with a sensor error, so it must have popped out. And that is pretty annoying because I had 9 days left on that one, and I'm not too sure if you can get refunds for accidentally knocking them out, and they're £50 a pop, so very expensive. And not only that, but that was my last one, and according to the website, they're struggling to get them out in time because of increased demand. I think that's because they've recently gone into the NHS, so I may have to resort to blood testing, which is not cool because it's like it's like a step back in time. It's kind of like going from using the wheel to using some sort of triangular wheel back in Stone Age times or something like that. It's just once I've started using this, blood testing is pretty just terrible, to be honest. But yeah, so this should be an interesting development and rather frustrating, but you know, these things happen, unfortunately. Alright, this is the overall blood sugar before the sensor buggered up, or I buggered the sensor up, should I say. And you can see the first dip in the night. That was from well, just too much basal, and then the jump up was from the Jaggery correction, which I had about 2 to 3 dextrose tablets worth, and then it slowly crept down again, went slightly under. I think it's about 4 millimole or 3.8 millimole, and then it's crept up throughout the day, and then that peak at the far right before it cuts out is where I injected the half unit. So according to my blood testing meter, I'm now 6.3, so I'm back within that blue range, and hopefully I can acquire a new sensor, but I really don't know whether I can or not, so we shall see. Alright, the time is now 4:15, and I'm back to doing this pain in the arse. But 5.4, so not too bad, within the blue range, and I'll probably do another one in about 3 hours. Trying to not do them too much because I don't want to turn my fingers into pin cushions. So Aye, aye, aye. Bloody typical, eh? Bloody typical. So the time is now 20 past 5 and I'm 5.8, which is still within that blue bar, but it looks like it's creeping up slowly like it has been the last few days. I did say I was going to wait a few hours before doing another test, but I feel kind of compelled to know what my blood sugar is now. I'm so used to having the Libra and being able to scan whenever I want. It's a bit of a step back in time, this one. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Ooh. Ooh. Hot diggity damn, that smells good. The time is 7 o'clock in the evening and I am 6.5, which once again is still within the blue bar, so that's good. It has risen by 0.7 millimole, so I expect I'll have to inject a half unit at some point tonight. Maybe even 2 half units on separate occasions, maybe. Who knows? We shall see. The time is now 20 to 10 and I'm still 6.7. So very stable at the moment. I've decided that at 10 o'clock I'm not going to give myself any basal at all. I was considering doing maybe half a unit, but I want to try and not have a low in at least one night during this fast. So that's the plan of action anyway. No basal dose. The time is now 10:30 and I'm 6.9, so it's gone up very, very slightly, but once again it's remained pretty level and still within the blue bar. The time is now 25 past midnight and I'm 6.6, so it's actually gone down a little bit, which is interesting considering I didn't inject my basal dose. So let's just see how this pans out, shall we? The time is now 10 past 1 in the morning and I'm 5.8, so it's quite a reasonable reduction really, of 6.7 down to 5.8, which is interesting because I didn't give the basal dose, so yeah. Not sure about that one. If I seem ridiculously tired, by the way, it's because I'm actually recording this at gone 2 in the morning. Had some mates over and yeah, I'm very tired right now, so yeah. The time is now 2 in the morning and I'm back up to 6.7 after just a quick dip down to 5.8. Bit strange, but still all within the blue bar, so I'm pretty happy with that. And this will definitely be the last reading I do tonight because I'm absolutely shattered. I'm ready for bed. It's daily update time. It's actually gone 2 in the morning right now, so I'll make this a quick one because I'm absolutely shattered. But energy levels throughout the day have been absolutely fine up until the last couple of hours. And hunger levels have been fine. Every time I've had a pang of hunger, which has only been like once or twice, I've just basically had a bit of water and that's sorted me out. I have had these kind of tingly feelings in my fingers and in my face, which I mentioned earlier, I think. I wasn't sure whether it's to do with low blood sugar, but I've still got them now. Very mild, nothing. I'm not worried about them at all. But yeah, I think that may be a result of the fast rather than low blood sugar because, as I say, my blood sugars are fine now, so it's an interesting one. My legs have felt like they were close to cramping at times as well, so I don't know if that's just not enough electrolytes or electrolyte imbalance or something like that, but once again I'm not too worried. I've not had any headaches or anything like that, so that's good. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The day's been fine. It's been pretty easy going. Hopefully that continues, touch wood. And I'm going to hit the sack now because I'm absolutely shattered and very much looking forward to bed. So I shall see you in the morning, and hopefully tomorrow the blood sugars will remain within the blue bar. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to say. I'm pretty frustrated about the fact that I knocked my sensor out because I don't have a replacement, and it's like going back in time and using some crap technology. Obviously, I don't want to bash it too hard because it's been well, it's revolutionised diabetes at the time, but just compared to the stuff that we've got these days, it's kind of old hat now, in my opinion. Although it is necessary as a kind of supplementary device. Anyway, rambling over. But yeah, basically, to sum up, I'm pretty frustrated they're not the sensor out, especially as it's the last one and they can't get any more in because of demand, at least not for a few weeks. And apart from that mishap, the day's been absolutely fine, so can't really grumble too much. And with that, I'm definitely going to go to bed now, so I shall see you in the morning.